Premier Battles, we are at Apex 2 in an undisclosed location in Manchester. As always, it has been a mad year this year, but we have finally made this happen, and we've came down to the Academy 20 final. This is the only tournament we've run all year, and both of these battlers have worked their way to this point right now, and one of them will go on to claim the championship of the Academy 20 and get a big name opponent in 2021. On the right-hand side, from Galway, let them know who you are, bro.
Jester Black, Villain Cam, let's do this. Let's go.
And on the left-hand side, from Scotland, let them know who you are, brother.
No, it's Slester.
Slester decided he wanted to start round one. Let's go, bro.
Alright then, Mr. Villain. Let me guess. You told LS Dean you would come here and kill me. So I better say my last words, because I'm fuck your slogan. You know what makes you sound stupid, right? Your squad are villains, it's all fitting. Because battling me is suicide. But who decides who wins this clash? Did you find them? Bet you paid them. Clear the staff been playing favourites, so don't try an explanation. Because in your last clash, you should have fucking died. Don't test my patience. But there's no skipping death today. This is your final destination. It's amazing. They sent you choke artists. Easy wins. Their goals and thriving. Trying to make Black Star in their final like Bowie dying. Management carried you here. So bro, be silent. They had this big baby on their back like Yoshi's Island. He's like, yo, he's lying. How? How? Just need an easy route to the final? Fuck it, we got graphic ready. No need to judge it. They had his winning graphic ready. Plane tickets, train tickets, never had to tap a penny. Bet you when he's leaving they already have his jacket ready. And I bet he's like, but you called me out. You must rate me to think I'd advance. Nah. I just knew the staff protect the villain like Saruman, monsters in my rounds. Pop and kill him like Bakugan. End of year parties, I spin this bitch like may I have this dance. But back to grammar. Mate, you lost. Your place is graphs, you're fucking worthless. Yeah, you've got a high ceiling, but your gaff is unfurnished. I earned this. You're only on this card because of your friends still. You're here because of potential. I'm here because of credentials. It's mental. I need this win. You see what happens to the losers? Let's compare. I mean, Milky had to quit. Dean is losing hair. The winners both got bigger names. Need my future to be like Major's, because when he... What? What, Major lost? Are you sure?
Yep.
I could swear. Alright then, fuck it, mate. Win. You'd be doing me a favour. Time.
This is not a game. A wild card doesn't mean you could do anything at any moment. Peep the scheme. You bitch. A wild card is provided to those who couldn't qualify through the standard mean. You accepted that title. Deemed a failure who didn't earn his spot on the team. Entitled, a Trojan horse of an opportunity. Sentenced to fill up space in a coffin instead of having a revival. With the events of 2020, LS Dean, I can't expect you to make a straight decision. It's mental. The wild card, AKA the man to avoid. It's COVID. We got social distancing. You ain't special. Wrestling with that realization that you're a dead man. No accolades to hold your career as it sank. I can't let you climb the ladder and steal my opportunity. This ain't money in the bank. It's Apex. We at the pinnacle. And this academy, I'm young Sheldon Cooper with the bars and shit. Too advanced. Had to dumb it down. But either way, the special kid on some retarded shit. It's Aristotle, Socrates, Sun Tzu. Shout out to TY. I'm at the top of the academy on a new principle. I redefine Slester. I decide if you pass this 2020 class based off your record. Yeah, I'm the principal. 2019, Slester was moving blind. Didn't think being short-sighted would affect how Sir finishes. But you battled. With no vision for a W, so the visual had you fucked up like blurred images. Then Bizzo put your body up for presentation. The autopsy, he exposed every joint. The crowd thought he was too dope. He overdosed on the punches. But you're Scottish, you should get the point. And against Blitz, you won just about hitting the mark. Y'all see the results from his past test? Poor. So how the fuck were you graded above the rest of us when you already done this test before? We both in a class of our own. You never graduated. I treat a class like Columbine. There's not a soul. I'll enroll you. Slester gets added to the list and names under Black, the honor roll. I told Slester I would come here and kill him. Say your last words, because now you're in the presence of a gun.
says I robbed visual. It's probably true. The fuck does that matter when I'm walking through you? Jester Black. Pretentious twat. Writes all of his abstract bars wearing feathered caps. Shows his mates his lyrics, they're like, yeah, let's rap. And then when he's finished, they're like, sorry, one more time, I didn't get any of that. Do you even know what you're on about, mate? You make some of the worst points ever. He really has that 16-year-old just smoked his first joint energy. Because am I missing something? Like, why when you're in a battle and you're meant to be dissing someone, will you pick a random fucking topic like, I don't know, chicken dumplings? Hear me out. This is a jester, bro. This is what you sound like, mate. He'll be like, I'll gyoza your house. Katsu slipping in bed snoozing. Yeah. I'll gyoza your house. Katsu slipping in bed snoozing. A sawn off shotty. That's a chopstick to the man's noodle. It's brutal. Udon fuck. Shut up, Jester. I know you're all thinking, shit was trash. Dude's a dork. Jester stood there like, Katsu? Catch you? Of course! You can have that, don't worry about it. But you can't mask a weak pen in small rooms. You're all gas. Against me, this mad villain is doomed. All caps, yeah, them big letters. The prick Slester spits better. And think Lemmy Show. Cause I could phone it in and still kill Jester. A big reference. Scottish cunts at home, well, I'm glad you caught it now. Where was I? Back to you and your rapping nonsense in an empty ring. Practicing moves because you have no option, but if your punches aren't connecting, then you're just shadow boxing, random topics, chatting bollocks. Rather listen to total silence. But he's the favourite today, yeah, there's no denying. But if I'm David in this, I've got a neat trick I can show Goliath. Straight for his neck, I will smoke this titan. Alright then, the bin's where you're heading. Facts cause your pad's full of trash you shouldn't have kept. You're a battle rap scrapbooker. When I rap and they say what? The line was dope. And it landed. When you rap and they say what? It's because they don't understand it. That's time.
Slester dives into his opponent's life. Deep sea, I assured them you'd get washed clean. If they don't mind seeing a lobotomy, I have to remove this dirty obsession you have with the scene. Slester, they let you in. Slester, they let you in. They thought you were harmless, standard, but then you started fucking things up. They didn't expect it to be how you'd find the background and details of your opponents, like the victims and the forensics. But bro, Tom.
Sorry, you got it, bro. You can run it again if you want.
No, sorry, leave it.
Now we're from the same team. Like we're mates. It's fine. Nobody worry. I'm aware there's a line. That being said, fuck Galway. In fact, fuck the street this geek lives. Fuck him and fuck all the fucking people he's with. Too far? This is the battle. Doesn't really mean shit. Of course I went below the belt to get this 3-0. It's a free hit, but leave it. Researching for this, I found two things that Jester loves. Religion and gun bars. Like, are you certain, mate? Murder and faith. I mean, picture him trying to work his case at the pearly gates. He'd be like, I only shoot them in the legs. Look, the lad's breathing. No headshots. God, let me in. The man's healing. A bright light, chance of forgiveness. He asked Jesus, but leg shots still sacrilegious. They blasphemers. He's half demon. But I judge his talent like the voice. I can't see it. If it's villains talking caps, I'm picturing Jack Grealish, a walking dead man. Double tap this mad Egypt, and if his chat's loose, seal get the bat like your man Negan. I mean it. Well, I don't. Isn't it fun to pretend? I mean, Abe's like a little brother. I mean, his cunt is the best. But anyone with siblings knows that can come to an end. I'm saying play with me, you might still get punched in the head, so fuck what he said. This is champ shit. This is where I prove I'm the man shit. So you can chat shit, I'm a villain. I will stab you, I don't care. Think Sopranos last show. Cuts the black out of nowhere. But honestly, mate, I'm glad you're in the pit in front of me. And if you're local, it might go down like a piss in cups of tea, but this is the final of a tournament. for an English company with not an English cunt in sight. That's just some shit we love to see. That's tight.
Jester versus Slester. No fucking comparison. I grinded. You got shortcuts. You're dismounted. I had to evolve, change form, give a more fluid performance to kill you. The T-1000. But bro, Slester, you imitate soul, and it doesn't feel like an out-of-body experience, so it's a bad act. You can't compare. Slester, I'm Van Gogh's dark overtones, but only the artist can understand abstract. This doesn't add up. Subtract the fact that you didn't do a tryout to get into this division. You had 2 battles, I had 4. I did twice the work, so why did I get equal recognition? How you gonna puncture me? You try to disarm your opponents, avoid war. With me, a KO is guaranteed. Y'all think y'all war ready against me, then go out on the limb and turn to amputees. But in the face-off, you said you got material from my past opponents. I have no doubt it's a 5-on-1, because when they were in the presence of a villain, they couldn't get their words out. Riddle me this. Who's the best? All the man knows you brought back the guys that I killed for war. I feel like Thanos, but I got all you bitches fucked. Bang bros. And now the dead man is still trying to stay active. Hasbros. But with all that being said, how the fuck could you be rated on top of me in this culture? How are you on top of me? Your biggest moment here was Briggz having to come in and correct your robbery. But the crowd see the Jester perform well and they start abusing me. The Jester's accomplishments, fuck it. Downplay, hate, bullshit criticism, nothing but scrutiny. But these are just the silent tears of a Jester, because when it's showtime, I start to bring the matrix. I know I'm a star, because you guys have to take my accomplishments and add the asterisks. With no crowd, Apex has now turned to the purge. Expect the villain to be the biggest sinner. Hey Briggzy, don't fucking address me unless you're saying Jester Black, the Academy 2020 winner. I told Slester I would come here and kill him. No chance for last week, you got done by him. Let's go.
Yo, Premier Battles, we just witnessed the final of the Academy 20. Shout outs to Jester Black and Slester. This is an hard format to step into, and it's an hard year for the Academy final as a whole. Obviously, major concerns. Anna Dean got to open up for Soul and Ilmac. Milky and Visual got to open up for Shotty Horroh versus John the Don. So shouts to these two that have stepped into a small pit format, and they both got big futures in Premier Battles. That being said, go on, give us a clap, mate. That being said, we have gone to the judges, Shotty Horroh, Maverick and Mike from Red Lion, and they did give it 3-0 from Scotland, the new Academy champion. Make some noise for
Reed just judged the Jester Slester final and was super professional and made a couple of notes throughout it to break down my decision. So Slester went first, had some great bars, Suicide Bar, Final Destination shit, the Barry dying shit was nice, Saruman, the Saruman bar was good, and I think the best bar of the round, Credentials / Potentials, did a crazy Credentials / Potentials flip, took that round. Jester had some nice bars in the first round, but I think the problem was he was sort of like, he was not breaking Slester down in the same way that Slester was breaking him down. So whilst he had nice material and nice bars, like Slester's first round was probably the best round I've heard so far today. Slester's second came out and clowned him, did an impression of him, and it just hit. So I think he pretty much knocked Jester off. Jester then had a stun ball, so it doesn't get that round. So Slester took the first 2. The Slester's third wasn't as good, in my opinion, as his previous 2. But I think he still might have just pipped that. Jester's third round was probably it was alright. It was probably the best of his material, I think. So I could see people giving it 2-1, but I give it 3-0 Slester.
Mike, Red Lion, Academy 20 final. Great battle from both. I think the second round is what broke the battle. That choke, I think it sucked out the energy of the third round for Jester Black. Slester was clean, precise, he did what he needed to. That impression in the second round was great. I mean, there's not many people have done better in the Academy at all in 3 years. 2-1, Slester, worthy winner. Let's get it.
Shotty Horroh here on set at Apex 2. So today I judged Jester Black, and Slester in the Academy final. I went with Slester, gentleman's 30. I think he edged all 3 rounds. Obviously took the second round as Jester Black stumbled and quickly backed out. So I think the first round was 10-9 to Slester, second round 10-8 to Slester, and the third round 10-9. So a gentleman's 30, not a 30-30. I hope to see both of them back. Congratulations to the new Academy champion. But yeah, man, looking forward to seeing what both them guys do. Good battle.